Recovering from a divorce feels like a whirlwind journey. I found that through the process, divorce isn't a place where we arrive. It's entering a new chapter of life with many nuances and no one-size-fits-all handbook.
Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all see what we doing. Today, I'm going to be reacting to a cringe-worthy video that Mowry put out talking about life post-divorce. Let's get into it.
One moment, you're relieved, feeling like you've conquered something significant. Then suddenly, waves of emotions hit you all over again. Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience. It's a side of divorce that isn't often discussed, especially when there are kids involved. You strive to be a role model, teaching them resilience and self-care. You try different things to soothe and release emotional buildup with exercise, journaling your thoughts, meditation, and seeking therapy to cope with the breakup and the dreams you had for the future. It may sound cliche, but time truly does have a way of soothing pain. Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience. For anyone who is going through this, I would love to hear your experience. Share your story because there's power in dialogue. As women, we take our power back by sharing our stories and bringing any deep shame we hold from this experience into the light. I love you guys. Tia.
I don't respect nothing that Tia doing right now. It's all trash. Remember that saying, misery loves company? She's literally like, and anybody else going through this, I would love to hear your story. Like she's trying to create a tribe. It's cringeworthy. Pride comes before the fall. You did something that you wasn't supposed to do. And instead of saying I wasn't supposed to do that and owning up to it and going back home, you're trying to overcompensate for the fact that you did things you wasn't supposed to do. You cannot divorce somebody and make it sound like they divorced you. You cannot be the aggressor and the victim. The number one thing that came to my mind was I feel sorry for Corey Hardrick because this is the work that I do. I see this happen so often. It's like a cycle. Women are abusing men and acting like the victim. See, when men abuse women, men can never act like the victim. We never call women out for being abusive. Tia is abusive. You know what make this so sick? This is like a fucking recruitment letter. You know, yeah, send in your story. Divorce is a whirlwind, but us women, we need to take our power back. Yes, if you want to take your power back, like I took my power back. And did you hear what she said she wanted to take her power back from? Shame. No, bitch, you can't have shame back. Shame is mine. You cannot take your power back from shame. Give me my shame. It's not possible. You will continue to be shamed. Yes. This is what I don't understand. At times, you feel like you conquered something. Why have women made men the enemy? Why have women made marriage the enemy? How is it that you can conquer marriage? Now, we already know that she said that she looks at her marriage as a success, like going through school, like a graduation. But I don't understand what you graduate to. Now, when I was in the streets and people downgraded, but they upgraded in the quality of the drug, we would say they graduated. He don't smoke weed no more. He snort powder. That nigga graduated to powder. That's pretty much what her graduation is like. It's like going from weed to cocaine to crack. That's why she need to stop. Because the only thing she graduated to was the streets. And in the streets, when people graduate, that really just means you downgraded because there is no upgrading when it comes to graduating in the streets.
It's a side of divorce that isn't often discussed.
It's literally a whole industry called divorce porn. Eat, pray, love. Basically, the whole idea of a phoenix rising. Oh, I went through a divorce and I came out on the other side. It's a whole industry. They've been pumping divorce porn, waiting to exhale. It's been out in the world for the longest. What is she talking about? This is a side that's not often talking about. She literally sounds like a broken record. It's just something deep down in my spirit. It's like in my shoulder bone or some shit. I don't even... What makes it crazy is the righteousness. You know, like we say, the need to be right. It's nothing more annoying to me than a person doing some stupid shit and talking like they right when clearly they're wrong. I know how Corey felt. Corey was like, oh my God, if you don't shut up. I know what it's like to be around women that want to run the show but don't know what the fuck they doing. That's the feeling that I get. It's like you out on your own and you want to run the show, but you don't have nobody to run except the kids. The kids getting older. They got events and shit they got to go to. It's a lot of women out there that want to run the household. They control freaks and they want to wear the pants in a relationship. And one of the things that these women underestimate is they think they better than they man. But what they don't understand is that they are basically vampires. The only reason Tia didn't leave sooner is because she had a lot of control. But as she started to lose more and more control, as she started talking, and Corey just had this, what they call stonewalling, as that nigga started having that look on his face like, bitch. I was on Reddit and a woman was talking about she was divorcing her husband because she came in the room and he was playing a video game and she had some concerns and he didn't stop playing the video game. That's because he's letting you know, stop pissing on my foot. These are not real concerns. Men be trying to tell their girl, calm the fuck down and stop trying to be in control of every goddamn thing. It's a Sunday, the clothes in the wash. You should be in there cooking. Why are you in my room while I'm playing games?
Especially when there are kids involved. You strive to be a role model.
When kids are involved and they have a mother who broke up their family, she's been out here trying to date and she talking about teaching them resilience and being a role model. Yo, T is really sick. She needs some medicine. I got this student at the school and this dude, he's a really good kid, but he's been having a very, very difficult time. One day I had to speak to him and he just had this irrational anger. And I was like, bro, calm down. It's not even that serious. But he had something on him. He couldn't shake it. So then the other day, he not in class. I'm sitting in the room with the students. The door is closed. Here he come banging on the door. I go to the door. I'm like, why are you banging on my door, man? And he's looking crazy. So then I send him down to go see a principal. The principal spoke to me and said, you know, his parents, man, they going through a divorce and it's just been eating him up. He don't know how to take it. You know, he's all over the place. And I was like, damn, I went through the same thing when I was a kid. I started getting real aggressive. They said I blacked out on a couple people a couple times and I just yoked people up and I had a lot of mixed emotions. When parents get a divorce, the children are not covered anymore, especially if those parents go out and start dating again. Because then you have women that come in, they might say something slick or crazy. Then you have men. Moms is like putting him first. You like, what? You my mom. That's not my dad. I'm blood. How you gonna put him over me? I'm always gonna be here. So I say all that to say emotions be all over the place. And listen, a lot of women be trying to be role models. When you get older, you realize you was the fucking problem. And then women wonder why they children get older and they don't be liking them. Because you got the audacity to break up the family and try to be a role model. That's the problem we got in the beginning of the video. You going through the journey and you trying to coach people through the journey at the same time. Tell me how that worked out.
You try different things to soothe and release emotional buildup. With exercise, journaling your thoughts, meditation, and seeking therapy to cope with the breakup and the dreams you had for the future.
I thought it was a success. You need therapy to cope. You had dreams about the future. Why you need therapy to cope with success?
It may sound cliche.
It is cliche.
But time truly does have a way of soothing pain.
Not all the time. Sometimes over time the pain get worse, especially if people arrogant and prideful and they can't admit that they was wrong and apologize.
Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience.
Why you think you're going to be stronger from the experience? See, she bought into divorce porn. This is literally the divorce porn script. And hopefully I'll be able to look back on this and be stronger. And you would think that know-it-alls would have did the research on the other side. You think know-it-alls would have listened to Kevin Samuels when he was saying that they marketed this lifestyle. It's not real. The woman that did Eat, Pray, Love ended up having terrible relationships after that. They don't tell you the after story of these divorce porn heroes, but a lot of them don't come out stronger. A lot of the kids don't come out better as a result of the divorce. But very few people have the courage to come out and say, I messed up. I was listening to Jeannie Mai, and she was talking about how her mom said she messed up because they went out one day and her father was with a new woman and Jeannie Mai mom was alone. And Jeannie Mai mom was like, man, I really messed up. It ain't too many women with all their pride that's going to come out and say, I really messed up.
For anyone who is going through this, I would love to hear your experience. Share your story because there's power in dialogue. As women, we take our power back by sharing our stories and bringing any deep shame we hold from this experience into the light.
How can you take your power back by sharing your story? Now, I'm a storyteller, and one of the things we say in storytelling is you can't be in your story. You got to be on top of your story, meaning that you had to come out on the other side. Like, what have you accomplished since divorce that's going to make it to where sharing your story has power? So now you're admitting that you hold deep shame. You're saying, I have deep shame. What are you shameful about, Tia? Go home. If you like this video, I got another video similar to this one called Avoid Women Like Nia Long. Click the link below. Check that video out. I see y'all over there. Peace.